Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with the Mighty Nein time for the Mighty Nein Reunited Part 2, otoaUnleashed. This is the final 15 minutes. I saved the final 15 minutes for a YouTube video. We did all the rest in a live stream, except the 25 minutes before this. I don't even think it was 25 minutes. I think we did like a little under, probably like 22 minutes in a Patreon video, because I wanted to get back into the swing of the Patreon videos. I didn't realize in that 22 minutes, being as we're dealing with like a 5.5 hour episode, I'm like, what could it hurt to do a 20-minute Patreon video? In that 20 minutes, we defeated otoa and probably did all of the most important things in that 20 minutes. I didn't know. How would I know until I watch it? So literally, the way we stopped in the Patreon video was we had just defeated otoa. It was an epic sight. All of us were included. Matt was like, every one of you, how do you want to do this? Yasha grabbed the tentacles, or the tendrils, whatever he called them, held it down like an anchor. Ford dove in, 4 Eldritch blasts, dove his sword into the head up to the hilt. Bolt of lightning. Caleb turned into a turtle dragon, dropped from the sky, cracked on its head. Inflict wounds was done by Jester. Veth did the fluffernutter and blew Ford up out of the way. I'm sure Ford would have took some damage, but it was all in good fun. Everyone was doing craziness. Bo even brought something that I didn't know she could do to the table and did a dimension door from the mouth, because before we defeated otoa, Bo was in the mouth of otoa, dimension doored out because of the cape she had on, and everybody just did wild, crazy awesomeness. Killed otoa, or at least we thought so. Matt is like, it still is being sensed by Ford. Turtle Caleb grabbed Ford, dove to the bottom. Ford grabbed it after having lunged off of the turtle because the turtle actually wasn't going fast enough. Ford got to the bottom surface, grabbed it, lit up with the Pact of Zahir. The tattoo lit up. Fire boiling around Ford. otoa is no more. otoa bamfed out, disappeared, radiated power and energy into him. The cloven crystals appeared. Ford gathered them, went back to the top. Matt said that you sense that everything has started anew. So to me, that means we got to hold on to these crystals or give them to somebody of very high intelligence that we trust, like Yusa or something like that. But during that, the sun came out, beamed the light down. He still had the Pact of Zahir tattoo on his chest because we were told you will always carry the mark. And the Wild Mother did some like kind of nature craziness, wrapped the vines and stuff around it out of the chest of Ford, turned brown, fell off, and there's no more pact, mark, tattoo on Ford's chest. We're done. Ford is relieved of all these curses and tattoos and marks and pacts. And then Adela, the captain of the ship, was like, yo, we got no casualties, but you owe me some money, and that's where we ended it. Let's jump in. You want to see more of what I do? In the description is the link for Patreon, where you'll see the Patreon Hour exclusive for almost every episode of Campaign 2. You want your own requested show or movie? Go to the link in the description. Ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level. I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Outer Banks, and Eureka, Pushing Daisies, Good Omens. We are doing the new seasons of Severance and Yellow Jackets right now. Final seasons of Stranger Things and Cobra Kai very soon. We're also doing Leverage. We finished Rama 1/2, Wayne, and thousands of other movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, the final 15 minutes of the Mighty Nein Reunited Part 2.
As you, the Mighty Nein, begin to figure out your return to your disparate paths, I just want to jump around a minute, take a minute or two. Tell me what you do in the aftermath of this unexpected
I like it. We're
adventure.
each going to get a little inclusion
Well,
here.
I have 3 cloven crystals, and I think having learned that keeping them on you is not the best option unless you are a glutton for punishment. So I think each one will find a very exotic and dangerous locale, perhaps a volcano, where a form of Okodo used to be, maybe one with a cobalt soul, and the third one, I'll keep that just for me.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, that's not a bad decision.
Take that cloven crystal,
Shove it up your ass.
Cobalt Reserve, lock it deep in our vaults,
Raiders of the Lost Ark style.
and get a nice foot rub from Yasha.
You gotta ask her if she's willing. You just force Yasha to rub your stinky feet.
Never keep.
I would imagine Bo has very rough, dirty feet.
Okay.
And the
Just
rest
because she's barefoot
is
most of the time, I
assembly.
feel like. Oh no, she does have shoes on.
To that note, Yasha.
Yeah, we go home. Nice foot rubs.
Foot rubs.
Nice time.
See, Yasha's like, I get mine.
Definitely in learning more from Martina Stewart.
Martina Stewart.
And help Veth with the camp because I had many classes to teach. And the kids are okay.
The kids
They've
are
grown
okay.
up. They're all right.
You're good with kids.
I am. I didn't think I would be, but turns out I'm pretty good.
Okay. On the topic of that camp, Beth.
The first camp was a smashing success. After a few days, it was off to a little slow start, but once I rejoined the camp, everything went great. Only one of the kids died in a class that Yasha was teaching, but luckily, our guest arts and crafts teacher was there to heal and restore the child. And now the child
Yasha's like, no one's
come
dying
back next
on
summer.
my
Actually
watch.
thought that it was amazing and
It wasn't my fault.
wants to do it again. And in fact, it was a bit
Sam
of a
makes it
publicity
where
boost. Like all
Yasha
the adventuring
almost
kids
killed
were
a
like,
child.
"Whoa, it's got real danger!" So we have twice as many signups for next year.
Oh boy.
Now we make it a thing, though, with each donation so the kids can come, they have to bring with them a diamond worth 300 gold.
Oh, that's really
Just in case we got to revive.
That's gonna cut the
The gentleman is.
But the gentleman provides.
Yeah, there's a
you
few
know.
on hand.
sure.
The gentleman provides.
Wow.
The dude abides. That's what that sounded like.
well,
The dude abides.
I
gentleman
really enjoyed
provides.
teaching at the camp so much that I realized I wanted to open my own art studio. So, I
Dicks.
by
Gotta be dicks.
we get the building next to our little shack, and I open.
We're expanding our real estate.
expanding our real estate. Mama helps, and I'm opening Jester's art studio.
Jester's
It's
dicks.
called
It's gotta be something. Dicks o'plenty.
Dicks and Other Things.
I knew it was gonna.
It's mostly
I
nude
knew it was
painting
gonna.
at first.
I
And
honestly
then-
wasn't sure if she'd actually say it.
Yeah.
Dicks,
It
o'plenty,
becomes like
dicks and other
super
things.
duper
What I
popular,
say?
and
Plenty of
Jester is
dicks.
kind of like-
I was close. I was pretty close.
Like her graffiti around Alexandria starts becoming like,
Banksy?
oh my gosh, like Banksy. She becomes Banksy. So if you spot her graffiti, it's like all of the like
Jester
rich
is
people
the
start to
Banksy
really
of
want some of
Tal'dorei.
her graffiti.
Does that mean that the house will be painted normal colors and there will be no more art within the living dwelling?
No.
No, no. Why
In
would-
fact, I still have
No,
a lot
what
of
are
my
you thinking?
miraculous paint. So there's so many secrets within our actual home. Like now I've painted a whole separate living space through our own living space, and it's like those tents in Harry Potter, you know, where you paint it and like it's actually so much bigger on the inside.
Fair
That's
enough.
pretty cool.
I cry.
I cry. I cry. That's all,
Kingsley.
Travis. That's all
Well,
Ford
somebody's
should
crew on the
do.
ocean. What are you
To
up to?
wrap it up, Ford
Well,
just
I
cries.
took a brief break because that was a lot. Although we have this lovely piece of leather, which I'm
He did carve
probably
one
going
for
to fashion into
Bukatoa.
something nice. Maybe
The only thing is,
the
what
boots would
if
clash, but maybe with a little bit
having
of dye.
that
I leave some of it for you.
leaves
since this
open
is
like
your,
a door?
This is your problem. You should get something out of it. Take a little time. Visit Caduceus, as I have done a bit over the last 6 months, just since it's nice to have someone who doesn't have the Molly look when they look at me. We talk about the future, and he reminds me to tell you that ivy is not native, and it's never going to do what you want it to, and it's practically a job all of its own, and you just stop.
Yeah, okay, I know. Yeah.
Just stop.
And goes to work at the shipping company. Stone's Throw Shipping Company.
We expand.
You
it's
do.
very profitable.
Oh, so mom doesn't even help out that much,
company.
like
No.
with the art studio. Really, the shipping company pays for it.
I specifically start taking the very intense jobs, like just I'm working my way up to captain, and eventually you
working my way.
Let me have captain my own ship.
I don't let you have anything. You get your own ship.
Which I promptly steal. And
That's how it happens.
that's how it happens. And then
Where did the ship come from?
if you want it back, you know what to do. I eventually make my way, and I do eventually find a way to eventually, after a year or so, you do get a letter that
We have like
rescinds
3
everybody's
opportunities for making my way.
everybody's no-go. You can now
Banishment?
come. Yeah, the banishment is over. You're all welcome
From Darktoe?
from Darktoe, anytime you like.
Yay! Are you the new Planking?
I am the new plank.
Now I get to message the Planking all the time, and he likes it.
Kingsley is the new
Next
Plank
time
King.
I-
Yeah,
Well,
now you don't have
take
to
your
worry
ship
about
back,
that
and I will
Planking
kill you.
killing you.
Fair.
Oh, I was gonna...
But if you take your ship
Actually,
back,
ask,
I
weren't
will
you doing
kill
stuff
you.
with the orphanage?
Yes. Yeah, we unseated Grankton and all of his associates and have purged it of its black market undercity dealings. The woodshop is still there, though. And never having enough good woodwork.
Gosh. Pitch.
Let me hear it.
You rebrand from the orphan maker to the orphan taker.
That's what you guys. Yeah, you guys got it.
Yeah. I'm into it.
Maybe we
But
may
Orphan
retalk.
Taker kind of sounds bad too.
I'm into it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I understand
Is the natural
what
next
she's
step for us.
taking it as, but I feel like Orphan Taker.
Me too. We're gonna be really good
Orphan
parents.
Taker.
I think so.
It sounds like you kill orphans.
Your kids are gonna
I know
get
what she's
lots of
saying, that
fights.
we adopt. She said we adopt
Yeah.
them. But I feel like Orphan Taker sounds more like if someone just heard it,
That doesn't happen.
that sounds evil still. It sounds like you kill orphans.
Well,
What are you up to?
I return to Rexentrum and pick up where I left off. So there are many late night meetings, not in person with Beauregard. Everything's done on sending stone these days. And we continue our work together. Occasionally hop over to different towns to have dinner with different friends. I finally get it over with and both at Beauregard's constant pestering and Astrid's requests as well, I do take up a position at the Soltris Academy as a teacher of transmutation, both to mold a future generation and to keep tabs on the aftermath of the Volstrecker program and keep
Marisha's
tabs on
face.
my friends, Astrid and Adolf. I do visit the camp and give a few workshops. I try to teach the children how to create a single glowing globule, but only one 14-year-old boy and Luke are the only two who are able to muster it, but everyone tried their best. So, gold star.
Everyone try their best. You all get a gold star.
I start the tradition of gathering up all of us once a month at a different location every time of our choosing, and we stay for 2 nights
in the tower. I was literally going to
and
say, do
catch
we have a
up
tower
and fill
party?
each other in on everything that we're doing.
I love that we incorporate the tower.
And
all the
in those
kittens.
first 2 weeks back, I continue to teach my private practice. I continue to tend the green beans on my property, and every day, as I'm in the garden, I look up the road and wonder if I will see my friend return.
And you do. Within a short time after this journey, eventually you hear that familiar knock at your door. And upon opening it, you see the image of a young elven man, blonde hair, kind of hood up a bit, who steps into your chambers, and right as he crosses the threshold, the illusion fades, and you see the light lavender skin and white hair of Essek. He just kind of drifts off the ground for a bit and turns around.
Boy.
So, Caleb, we do guest. I hear there is a story you have to tell me about a grand sea adventure that you went on.
How is it I always have so much scruff and you have none?
Let's just say it's Johassian good looks.
Well, I'm sure you have tales of your own. Looking forward to hear.
Come, let us talk.
Come, dear.
And he gives you a kiss and walks into the room with you as the door closes.
Just look out on Rexentrum and look up the lane and look at the green beans. And I pull the door closed.
And that's where we'll go ahead and end this adventure.
I was going to say, that is a good place to end it. Very well done. In my head, I'm like, you could keep going with it, but that's like a really good place to end it.
That was so nice to return to.
Oh my god.
Let's not wait this long. I love these guys so much.
I know.
But their stories are over. There's nothing more to tell.
It's true.
We can also, you can bring Caduceus next time.
Look at Sam.
There's Dark Toe and there's
Let's
also
return to these guys. I love them so
question mark.
much. Sam's like, yeah, but there's nothing left to tell.
There's a
The
lot of
stories are
question
over.
marks out there still. If we ever
That's
get
it,
the
we're done.
gumption
Never
as time
again.
goes on.
We have the gumption.
But we know
Okay.
this. True. Definitely revisit it.
Traveler taught me how
Yeah.
to go to the Feywild. So I think we should take a vacation.
I was wondering if we were going to get to
Feywild
see
never
the
vacation,
Traveler.
though.
Artie,
You don't know.
I wanted to see Artie one last time.
Maybe available
Even
in
though
about
we
6
already
months.
kind of got our goodbyes. I thought we might
Matt,
even
that was
visit
so
Yusa and give
good.
Yusa
Guys, well done.
That
Great.
mini is crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
the mini is great.
And
What is this massive triangle?
One of, if
What
not
is
my
it made
favorites
Where
of
did
the
it come
entire
Our friends
campaign.
at Flip This Bitch
Ukatoa
made that
is
specifically
easily
for this. So,
top 5,
Gorgeous.
top 3,
um,
possibly the
but yeah,
best. Mini
thank you
of
guys
the
so
game.
much.
There was a couple good minis.
Love y'all.
Easily top 5.
Love you guys.
Thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you had as much fun as we did. But enjoy the rest of your night. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet?
Donnerstag.
Good night.
All right, everybody, that is it for the Mighty Nein Reunited Part 2, otoaUnleashed. Unleashed. That was a beautiful way to tie everything up. Right off the bat of the YouTube video, Matt is like, every one of you, tell me what you want to do. The entire 15 minutes was people going one after another and just saying how they're wrapping up their tale. Everyone had a nice little wrap up. I like that Kingsley is just like, yeah, I went to Dark Toe. I became the Plank King. I stole your ship. I mean, Kingsley is a different type of Tal'dorei character, like compared to the other ones we've dealt with through this campaign, at least. I mean, Molly and Lucian were great. Nothing's wrong with Kingsley. I do dig Kingsley, but Kingsley is like, I mean, he's cool and everything, but I feel like he's a little more on the selfish side and aggressive and unpredictable. But like, you know, one of our buddies and our friends, I know part of it is like joking and stuff like that. It's just, it's funny to me how different all of Talzin's characters were in just this campaign. I'm not even counting Caduceus because Caduceus wasn't like, it was separate from that, but even he was totally different. Like Talzin played technically 4 different people in this campaign and 3 of them were the same looking dude. But great stuff. Like I said, we are done with otoaUnleashed. I already said that in the beginning. Unless something else was to happen, which it didn't, we decide where to go with the Cloven Crystals. One goes to the Cobalt Soul. One goes to, the volcano. We're going to throw it down where Vokodo used to be. And I do dig that Ford held on to one. Because if I personally had to deal with all that and went through all those trials and tribulations, I would want to hold on to one. God forbid somebody does get the one from Vokodo's cave or the volcano, and someone gets one from the Cobalt Soul. I want to be able to be the one to stand in their way to prevent them from doing something crazy. Or if they come after Ford first, I mean, there's a good chance they could come after Ford and go, give me the Cloven Crystal and tell me where the other ones are. That would be the easier route than somebody randomly coming upon or finding out through the grapevine that the other Cloven Crystals are where they are. But I mean, you'd have to have like crazy religious fanatics, so to speak, that wanted to reawaken otoaUnleashed, which is totally likely impossible in these worlds. Got to see Essek one more time, and they had a kiss and he closed the door. That was reminding me of Lord of the Rings. At the end, they go back to where it all started. The whole thing ended on the closing of the door. Just how Caleb was like, I take a look out, I do my thing, and I close the door, and that's where we ended. And that was perfect. I'm thinking we could keep rolling with this if we wanted to, but I mean, that is a perfect way to tie it all up. Veth's running the school. I think it's funny that Veth is like, yeah, one of the kids Yasha taught died. And Yasha immediately, or Ashley Johnson, was like, no. Like, I don't want you making my good, happy story into me being the murderer of a child. But Sam is like, no, wait, I didn't finish. Because of that, we get more business from it and we revived the kid and everything's good and happy and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, you're screwing with my happy ending. Don't include me in your story when I already have my happy ending. Now you're going to give me this trauma of having possibly killed a child. But, you know, it was course corrected. And that is what Sam does. Sam is the goofy one that does these kind of things. This came out December 5th, 2022. It was about 2 years and a month ago that this episode actually dropped live. They might have jumped right into campaign 3. They might have took a couple weeks off. All I know is they did do a wrap up for the Mighty Nein, so they probably did that before they started Campaign 3. And then I am told there is a reunion. In case you're wondering what we're doing this week in the live stream, Michael told me there is a 4-hour wrap-up for the Mighty Nein, so we're going to do at least half of that this Friday in the live stream. So 5:45, we will start the Mighty Nein wrap up. I don't know how we're going to handle it, because if we hit the 50 likes, we get bonus time, and we'll have to see what we got to deal with after that. If we get the bonus time and everything, we might just save the second half for next week, or maybe we'll do a small Patreon hour and a YouTube video again. I don't know. We're going to have to see how it works out when we get to the live stream. So just prepare for that. I think it's January 17th, which is also the day that the new season of Severance drops. So I will be doing that as well. You want your own requested show or movie? Go to the link in the description. You can ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Outer Banks, and Eureka. We started pushing Daisy's Good Omens. Like I said, this week is Severance. Next month is the next season of Yellow Jackets. We're also doing Wayne and Leverage. Rama 1/2 just ended. Cobra Kai and Stranger Things final seasons. Thousands of other movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.